Hello, I am Stephanie, an artist living in France, and today I just wanted to show you some of the work in progress sculptures that I am currently working on. Lately, I have been working on several bigger projects at the same time, so I don't finish new works as fast as I used to. I have also been intentionally slower in my work, to really let each project mature in its own time. I also realized that selling art is certainly not the easiest or more stable income, so I managed to have an income through online classes via Skillshare, which helps lift off a bit of the selling art pressure. Of course, teaching online isn't quite enough on its own, but with the little I get from YouTube and the artwork I actually sell, it makes for a good enough income for me. This was a really long intro, but all this to say that I'm pretty slow and taking my time in my artwork. I don't think art should be efficient. If anything, I believe the contrary is true. Currently, I have 4 ongoing sculptures. I actually have 2 more that are just waiting to start, but since I haven't actually started on those, I'm not going to talk about them at all and focus on the 4 that are in progress. So the first one is that weirdo, which I talked about in a previous video, the tree bird growing out on a book. I'm still a bit baffled at this one myself, to be honest. But I'm happy to announce that I finally managed to finish the wings. It took me forever. The wings really are the origin of this weird animal tree. I really wanted to try out to use paper and wire to make these, and I made each feather one by one, hand cut, and then attached them with air-dried clay around the wire. It's been such a long process, but I do like the result, so what can I say? I would probably not recommend it to anyone who wants to make wings, but yeah, I do like the result. So far, this sculpture isn't quite united. I feel I had a bunch of ideas. The flower head, the wings, the roots on the book, and then I just threw everything together. Now I just need to tie all of these for something more coherent. But since I'm still rather unsure on how to approach this, I probably will need some more time to mature it in my subconscious. The second sculpture is growing on a garden pot that I covered in black goo. I do like black goo a lot in my artwork, don't I? Well, this specific sculpture is for an upcoming group show at Modern Eden Gallery, curated by Beautiful Bizarre magazine. This show is called Midnight Garden, hence the plant pot. Now, originally I was hoping to thrift a more interesting garden object, but with the pandemic I had to make do with what I had at home. For a while I had it painted in dark blue and golden hues. It looked awful. I did that just after the book sculpture I did in blue and gold, and so I was like, yeah, I really liked it. kind of reminded me of Midnight, so I just tried it on the pot, but it looked terrible. So all black it went. I think now it's much better. Now I have almost done the little frog that is going to stand inside, and I still want to add various growth in and around the pot. The goal is to finish this one by the 12th of July, so I have a chance of being on the show poster. Yikes, but we're already the 3rd of July, so let's be real, it might not happen. I'm still going to try. But yeah, it feels a bit tight on schedule. I really liked working on the little frog. It's all air dry clay on armature. I do like air dry clay an awful lot these days. I like how non-toxic and easygoing it actually is. Let me know if you'd like me to talk more about the materials I currently use. I feel like I've evolved a lot in the things I used in my work, and I've been thinking about doing a video about that. So just let me know if that's something you might be interested in. Okay, so the next sculpture is a caterpillar peeking out of a book. I sculpted this one a few weeks ago, but really wasn't sure about the color scheme for that one, so it just, sitted on my table waiting its turn. But it's finally been decided this week, and I just went for it. It might be a bit too pastel for my liking, but as I'll add growth, I probably will push the colors to add something more vibrant. We'll see. I don't hate it right now, I'm just still a bit unsure. But it's still very empty and lacking a lot of growth and animals, so we'll see how it goes. It's really hard to tell at such an early stage. The idea of this sculpture is to work on the concept of metamorphosis. So I'd like to have some butterflies, moths, cocoons and chrysalids as well. I have no clue yet how to make this one or how complex it's going to be. I'm not sure about the general composition, and I really have to go back to a sketchbook to get a better vision for this one. I also decided to paint the pages. If I had to do that again, I would paint them before putting them into place like that. It was not the easiest to paint the gradient, and I know I'll have to add another layer or two to get it more smooth. And for the last sculpture that I'm sort of working on, not really right now, but it's not finished, is this polar bear. I've been stuck on that one for weeks now. Honestly, it's just like I'm almost afraid I'm not going to be able to finish it. I know I have to redo the painting job on the polar bear itself. I added some silver, it's not quite working, and so now it looks just a bit weird. And I really want to add something in the cave. I'm just not quite sure what yet. So yes, at the same time I'm thinking it's almost there yet already. I'm just very unsure about that one. And yeah, I hope I'll be able to finish it into something coherent. Soonish would be better than later. So yes, that's pretty much it. I really hope you found this video interesting. And if you did, give it a like, maybe a comment, maybe even a share or subscribe. And I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!